Great news. We want to hear from you. We want your questions, your thoughts, all of that good stuff. And you can email us now at podcast@mancity.com.
Well, we'd practiced the day before with Kirsten and Veerle, and it was really easy. Like, I was going to do a 0, Kirsten was going to do a 1, and Veerle was going to do a 0. And then I looked next to me and I was like, Kirsten, what are you doing? Like, I think she wanted to make 5th, but it just ended up being nothing, obviously. But I probably actually made it funnier than what it would have been.
The official Manchester City podcast. Watch the full video version of this show via City Plus now.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the official Man City podcast. I'm your host, George Kelsey. Slightly different location for the podcast today. We're on the indoor pitch, which is very exciting because there's lots of things going on. But what's even more exciting is I've got two fantastic, one former City striker and one current City striker. Firstly, Toni Duggan, thank you so much for joining us as co-host for the first time. How are you?
Good. Looking forward to it. First ever podcast this, so yeah. Oh, well. Fellow striker as well, so
I was going to say, glad to have you.
Getting the insight.
What a front two this is, and our guest today
Would have been good, eh?
Yeah,
back in the day.
You get all the goals, I'll do the running.
I'll sign up for that.
Yeah. Viv, how are you firstly?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks for joining us. I suppose that's a really good way to start. How do you think you two would have worked as a pair? I think you'd have been brilliant, to be honest.
Assisting me every game.
Yeah, Viv's a lot more disciplined than I am. That's why I didn't play the number 9 role often.
Don't think many coaches agree with that, but...
Oh, definitely. That's why I was shifted out to the left, but I was all right with that. Yeah. But I would have enjoyed playing with Viv, definitely. Oh my God. I think she is, for me, the complete striker without filling your ego too much, but no, really, like...
We're about 45 seconds in. And
no, but I can respect it so much.
Like,
you can do it all, really. You know, the way you say there's different types of playing styles and strikers. People say I was a striker, but I don't think I was an out-and-out striker. I think you can do both. You can drop in, create, score goals, left, right, head, anything. But yeah, I appreciate his play so much. So yeah, looking forward to getting a little insight into your life, Viv.
Thank you. That was really nice.
It was,
nicest
wasn't
thing
it?
Someone has said to me this week. Get a bit shy now.
Yeah. Did you two? You'd have played against each other, wouldn't you? Probably on the international level more than club, or would you have played Everton?
Speak about
Arsenal?
That.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was going to say.
Good game for me.
Got about the game. Yeah.
It's changed after that, but and in the league as well, I think, a couple of times.
Yeah, but I think I missed you. So when you signed for Arsenal, I then went abroad. To Barca.
Yeah.
So. Kind of missed each other in that respect, but international definitely. I think the game that sticks out the most for me is 2017 when we lost 3-0, but what a tournament it was for you. You scored the first goal as well. Yeah. Header.
I mean, amazing. Like, obviously the English girls have done it in 2022, it was after. But like a home Euros, winning that atmosphere in the stadium, it was unreal. Like, it's something that you'll probably never go through in your career again, but it was really special.
But even as an opponent, just watching you, like, you really thrived that tournament. Like, you had a great team.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you had like the depth of the team, but the starting 11, they were so good. You were so together. What was it, that tournament, that made it that special? Because you were probably underdogs going into it. You wasn't expected to win it, I don't think.
Nah, not at all. Like, I remember our coach at the time actually got sacked in December. Serena took over like really late on, like January, February time. We only had 3 camps together. I think our run up to the Euros wasn't that good either. Yeah. And we were like, we've got no idea where this is going to go. But I think from game 1, when we played Norway as an opening game, stadium was sold out, people were behind us. I think that's just really lifted us up. As you say, I think we started the same 11 players like throughout the tournament. We had a couple players coming on, but yeah, we just got away with one, I think, at the end of the tournament. But yeah, it was unreal to be part of that.
The Dutch fans are incredible though. Tournaments from that, I was like, wow, you just see this sea of orange everywhere.
It's just the orange, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's amazing.
You see them from everywhere, they're loud. Like, even now still coming to the stadiums. Like, it's just different than most of the other countries.
Did that have a big impact back home then? Obviously just winning it.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it became as big as we probably hoped it to be. Like, we sold out the crowds for the national team games a lot after that, but the league never got the investment and the push that it probably needed to have. I also think, obviously, like recently, you've seen that we've struggled a wee bit more. Also because other countries around us are just really picking up. Like, they're developing. Like, there's no easy games anymore. Like, we recently played like Poland, who again have developed so much over the last couple of years. So I think obviously 2017, 2019 we were really on top of our game, but I think we've got some work to do again now.
Yeah. It seems like an obvious time to talking about Holland now. This summer, I know you spoke about it before, but becoming the first Dutch player to get 100 goals for your nation. And it was some strike as well, to be fair, of all the ways to kind of do it. Yeah, as I say, you've spoken about it before, but just indulge us. How was it for you to make such an incredible special milestone?
Pretty emotional, to be fair. I think obviously, like, you know how it is to play for your country. Like, I think I never would have dreamt to even play 100 games, let alone score 100 goals. It was also one of those moments that over the last couple of years, like, everyone was kind of waiting for it to happen. Obviously, I ended up being injured, missed a lot of football, came back in, played as a 10. We struggled as a team a bit, and then eventually, like, obviously the goodbye game before the Euros, like, I scored 2 goals, and my mum wasn't there at the game, and I'd said to her, I was like, oh, I'll wait till you're there so you can be there. So I was like, oh, I don't want to have another chance, because I actually genuinely don't want to score it. So then obviously when we played against Wales, I don't think I touched one of the balls right in the first half. Like, I don't know what I was doing, it just didn't really feel right. And then I just got the ball on the edge of the box and thought, let's just go for it. And yeah, really, really special.
Yeah, it was.
And 129 apiece, is that right? 129?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
When you think about that stat, I mean, it's amazing to achieve it in any amount of appearances, but in 129 appearances.
Not a bad return, is it?
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, on the international level as well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've always took it in like little milestones. So the first time, like, it was like 25 goals, 50 goals. Then I became top goal scorer for the Netherlands. And then from there on, like, I think that was 63 goals. Like, obviously the next big thing is 100, and it sounded so far away. And I kind of thought I was never going to get there, to be honest. But yeah, we're there now, and we can just keep building.
But now it must feel like how much further can it take it, because you are the record holder, so it's going to be like, you know, you're going to keep pushing and pushing. I
think someone said the other day that there's a couple more goals until I'm actually the European top goal scorer, so maybe that's something I need to have in my mind, because then it gives me a reason to keep going, I think. But yeah, it's obviously like playing for your country is an honour anyway. And obviously I did consider retiring after the Euros, mostly just because of how my body had been over the last couple of years. I thought if I want to extend my career and if I want to get back to full fitness, then what is the way to do it? But after I spoke to Arjan, the new head coach, he just really convinced me, and the way he wanted to go, the direction he wanted to go into was really, really positive. And we said that we try it, and I really enjoyed the last camp.
Yeah, that's really exciting, isn't it? That you've maybe, I don't know how close you were to actually making that decision, but then to have someone come in and inject a new sort of energy, it must be really exciting, especially with in a couple of years' time there's another World Cup coming up, but also a summer, crucially, where there isn't a tournament, so you can have a bit of a break finally.
It's really, I mean, I was really 50-50, and I think obviously the way that he spoke about what he wanted to do, how he wanted to change it, how we want to kind of leave a legacy behind as well, like as a national team, just really aligned with what I would still want to do within my career. Obviously, if we are lucky enough to qualify for the Brazil World Cup, that would be amazing. The draw was this morning. It was very tough, but we'll see. But yeah, in the end it was an easy decision, and I also felt like, obviously I've worked together with Arjan before during the Euros in 2017. He was assistant coach back then. I just felt like I owed him that chance as well, and it was really exciting to actually come back from camp and be like, oh yeah, this was a good week, and it was really nice to be part of it. Yeah,
just to go back to your 100 goals, I've got to ask you about the celebration. What went wrong with everything? The one? Who was at fault for it?
Well, we'd practiced the day before with Kirsten and Veerle, and it was really easy. Like, I was going to do a 0, Kirsten was going to do a 1, and Veerle was going to do a 0. And then I looked next to me and I was like, Kirsten, what are you doing? Like, I think she wanted to make 5th, but it just ended up being nothing, obviously. But I probably actually made it funnier than what it would have been.
You got it right in training, I think, a few days later, didn't you? You and Kirsten.
Yeah, so. But then I think we tried to do it again once we got back here, and it didn't go that well again. So I think she just needs to keep practicing.
Oh well. More important that you got the 100 goals and the celebration.
At least you celebrated for this one, because you don't even celebrate. It's incredible.
I know.
Why?
If you're scoring that many, it just gets a bit boring, I imagine.
I think.
I never had that feeling.
But like, that's just probably me as a personality. Like, I'm not really that outgoing. Like, I like just being in the background, and yes, I score goals, but that's also my job, isn't it? Like, if you play as a 9 and a 10, like, you're probably the one who needs to score the goals, and it's just out of respect to the opponent as well. When I when we concede a goal and I see someone run to the corner flag, I'm like, please don't do that. Just get the ball and move on.
Even if it's a worldie. I've seen you score some great ones from outside the box.
Yeah, even if it's a worldie, like to be fair, I would say I've actually got better.
Yeah.
You'd probably get like a little like fist in the air or something like that. But yeah, I don't think you're going to get anything else.
Mine were few and far between. We plan mine for a week. Like whatever happens in training. Tony, will you do this? I'd still be waiting a few weeks later to do it.
To do it.
Which was your favourite you did?
Oh, I've done some silly ones, cartwheels and everything. I look back and think, what was I doing? But you know what?
I might try that next.
Cartwheel. My belly was out and everything. But you know what? You're just in the moment, and it was just like we look back and laugh. But as part of me wishes a bit more like Viv. Just it's my job and.
Yeah.
To be fair, I done a roly-poly once. Like when I became top goal scorer, and next morning I woke up and I was like, oh, my neck is a bit stiff, and I thought, nah, we're not doing this again. I can't do this.
It's one of my favourite childhood memories, and I'm really sorry, Dad, I'm going to out you here. I was watching my dad play football, just like Sunday league, whatever, but he was a defender and he scored for like the first time, and he ran away, and for some reason he told me after, do you remember Robbie Keane's celebration that he used to do, where he did the cartwheel, then the forwards roll, and then like the gun thing? He ran off.
Do that.
He tried to. He did the cartwheel, and then kind of.
That's not something you just try. You've got to practice that.
Anyways,
I know.
It's just that's what my dad's like. Just.
And then what did he do? Pull it back?
Well, he did the cartwheel, and then he kind of half did the forwards roll, but then he couldn't get up and do the fingers out.
See, hence I don't celebrate, because that would be me. The girls would be laughing because I'd probably get injured doing it. So I'll just keep it simple from that one.
Good stuff. If it's all right, we'll just rewind it right back to the start of your career. I wanted to.
That's a long time ago.
Nah, not too long. I wanted to ask who were your sort of inspirations growing up in football, because I think you've spoken before about Robin van Persie.
I was going to say I'm going to be quite unpopular here because he played at the wrong side of Manchester, but yeah, like I'm a Feyenoord fan. So like back home, obviously, like I would go to the games, I would watch them play on TV as much as I could, and I am the generation like Dirk Kuyt, Robin van Persie, Thomas Buffel, which probably doesn't say anything to you guys, but that was me growing up, and like those were the players that I really looked up to. Also, and you would probably have been similar, like women's football wasn't really out there yet. Like I think I realized that we had like a national team once I was like 12, 13, and I started playing the under 15s. But before that I had no idea. So like I had no female role models in that sense, which is obviously amazing to see that now they do have female role models.
And you're one.
Yeah, I mean you were one too.
I
so
was.
like, yeah, but like it's really cool to see the change within that, isn't it? Like when you look around now and you see someone with your name on the back of the shirt, you're like, wow, yeah, like we've come so far. But yeah, like I only watched men's football when I was younger.
Yeah. Is there sorry, go on, Tony.
I think there's a beauty in being part of both generations. I say, like people say now, are you jealous of maybe like how the game's gone and like you're not as involved, there's more money, there's more fans in the stadium. But you know what? I actually love being a part of both sides because I feel like you appreciate it so much more. And it's so true that I didn't have female role models either. The game wasn't on the television. I was just talking to someone earlier, like remember the days when the game was on BT Sport, and I'd be like, oh my God, to all my friends, like you can watch me on the TV. Whereas now for the younger generation, it's just a given, like our game's on TV and that's how it is. So there's some beauty in the fact that you can experience both sides, and I've been part of that process, I think, for our generation, I would say.
I love how you say that, to be fair, because I think one of the things I probably struggle with within football now is like the young generation coming through. Like everything is normal and expected to them, which sometimes I'm like, how can you bring them back to reality? Because when I started playing as well, like we would have 100 people in the stadium but no one would come and watch. We didn't have full-time physio, like completely different to where the game is heading now. And I think it's really important to make the new generation understand that we have fought for it so much, and like yes, it should be the norm now, but it shouldn't be normal. Like we still need to appreciate where women's football came from. And as you say, like I'm obviously quite similar. Like I've seen both sides of it, and I'm really excited to once retire and see whatever happens then as well. But yeah, I think we should normalise what we get right now.
Yeah.
I think Steph said something very similar when she was on the podcast a couple of years ago, where just like that sort of split between what it was like getting into football compared to where we are now, and the importance of passing on that message. How, again, I'm not sure how you do this, how do you sort of, or other members of the team sort of convey that message to the younger players? Because you've obviously got I was just thinking that, whatever the hell's going on over there. It's the beauty of a podcast on the indoor pitch. I think it's Kiara.
Shock.
I was going to say, of all the players.
Yeah, could only be one person.
I was going to say. I mean, we all love Chiara. Before we go back onto the actual serious conversation, we may as well talk about Chiara. What the hell is she actually like? Because she's just an absolute diamond.
Mental.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, she just brings so much energy, and I think, again, when we speak about the next generation,
Yeah, that's
she's
what I mean.
obviously
I was
part
thinking,
of it.
yeah.
And I think sometimes they probably need a bit of a reality check, don't they? Like, to be like, look, you're professional, this is what is expected. And I think she had that reality check last season, and the way she came back in after the summer, like, she's done so well. Like, obviously she's recently made a debut for the England team as well, and she really deserves it now. Like, I think she's one of the examples that can show you that you can be oblivious to something and then fully appreciate what you have. And yeah, she's done really well so far this season.
So is it something for younger players to have that reality check, something they just need to learn themselves, you think, and experience, or is it something that you can almost put your arm around a shoulder and say, in some way, not sort of like a you don't know how lucky you are, but sort of be like, this is the situation we're in, sort of thing? Or do they have to experience it?
Yeah, it's a bit of both, I think. Like, I think there's a difference probably between club football and national team football. I think if we speak about national team, we really have that culture of like, look, this is where we came from. We always make sure that the people coming through now actually are aware of where we came from, what we've been doing, what we've been fighting for. Where obviously even for me, like coming in here at City, like, again, because I came from Arsenal, like, everything just felt the same and it felt normal, and like, that's the new normal for the young generation as well. But like, sometimes when we sit at lunch, they ask me like, oh, what did you do 10 years ago? And I'm like, well, this is what it looked like 10 years ago, like nothing to what you're actually having right now. And they're like, oh yeah, like, that's really interesting. And I'm like, yeah, I know it is to you guys, because it's not like the same anymore. But I think it's just having those conversations, isn't it? Like, just normal chats. Like, it's not about telling them off, because they are fortunate to be in this generation, but it is still about reminding them that it used to be different back in the day.
I think it's about the balance, isn't it? I think it's important to have people like Viv around, and I think with the national team you've obviously got more experienced players around you. At club level it can differ whether you've got experience in the team or you haven't, but I do think it's important at a club that to always reinstate them philosophies, you know, that this way it used to be and this way it is, but also for the more experienced people to that kind of have to accept as well that is the norm for the kids. So you always also have to be like, well, it's changed now to how it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, we used to have standards that high, but now people might get away with things a little bit more, or the more on social media more. We wasn't like that back in the day because it wasn't around. So you've got to kind of work both ways. Do you know what I mean? Because it is all they've ever known, being on social media, doing this after games, whereas you and myself come from a bit of a different generation where that wasn't. So there's a little bit of a balance between both, isn't there?
And it works both ways as well, doesn't it? Like, they're very fortunate to grow up in this environment, but at the same time, as you say, social media, scrutiny online, like, it's completely different as back in the day. Like, 10 years ago when I started playing national team, longer than that actually, like, people didn't watch the games. They had no idea. Like, the scrutiny was a lot less than what it is right now. Like, I think we do forget, obviously, that we are people, we are human beings, and not everything needs to be judged the way it's been judged in recent months, especially. So, although a lot of things are better, it also comes at a cost sometimes.
Of course it does. I wanted to speak to you both about moving abroad, play football, because obviously, Toni, you did it. You went to Spain after doing really well in England, and Viv, you obviously went to Germany first, and then obviously over to England. Viv, out of those moves, which one do you feel was the most significant for you, not just as a player, but also as a person as well?
I think the first one was the hardest. Like, I was 17. I'd spent 3 years in the Dutch league, and I knew I had to make a step. And then obviously, like, back then it was probably Sweden and Germany, the best leagues. And Bayern Munich came along, and straight away I felt really good. Like, I was like, whoa, I'm going to play for a really big club here. But then obviously once I got there after the World Cup in 2015, like 2014 actually, after the Euros with the under-19s, I was like, whoa, what have I done? Why am I here? I don't speak any German, I don't speak any English. Like, how am I going to fit in here? And to be honest, I felt really, really homesick, and I had no idea how to deal with it. So it was really, really tough, especially the first season for me there. you were a bit older, I think, when you went to Spain.
Even just there, and you say you were 17, like that's so brave. You know that like I was 26 and it was still tough for me. So how you done that? Like, but I have so much respect for players that did it. And at the time when I went to Barcelona, it was actually off the back of your Euros. So Lieke Martens has obviously signed for Barcelona at the same time. So I seen the impact that the Euros win had on like Lieke, you know, just walking through the airport and the profile that went through the roof. But also to appreciate that like the girls in Holland had to go out young because their league wasn't as good. So if you want to be the best, the amount of sacrifices that these girls have had to make, like I was fortunate, like the English league, okay, it wasn't America or Sweden where they were full time, but it was getting there, it was part time. So we had clubs on our doorstep. Even just me going from Liverpool to Manchester, it's half an hour down the motorway, but it's a big change. And you're 17 years of age going to another country without the language, like. And I think it's only the fact that I went to Barcelona that I have that respect for other players, because I think English can be quite ignorant. Like you just think everyone just knows your language, and when you come to the country you have to get on with it. And honestly, until I come back to England to play for Everton again, I tried so much harder with the girls that were from abroad. Like some players have literally left their families for like 10, 12. Karen Bardsley over in America, she's played in England for how long? And I think I was homesick and I was only in Spain for 4 years. Like I have so much respect for, honestly, foreign girls that come over to our country and play football for so many years at such a high standard as well, because it's not like Viv hasn't, like the success that she's had without a family for so long is like, not just yourself though, Viv, like so many other players, but it does take going abroad for you to appreciate it, especially for the English girls. And I'm so glad now more of the girls are going abroad, you know, the likes of Georgia Stanway, Lucy Bronze, Keira Walsh went over, done it. Because it's important, I think, for you to develop as well. It's no wonder you're so good and you're so resilient, because going through that at 17 must have been frightening. Like, was your family scared for you? Like,
I think they were, I think my mom tried to check in with me a lot, obviously, in the beginning. But again, like, that's about 15 years ago. Like, I had to basically put a time in and be like, oh, like, we can meet tonight at 7 on Skype. Like, there was I had no internet outside the house. Like, I had no FaceTime yet. Like, I had nothing like that. Which I also actually think has really helped me develop as a person. Like, obviously, when I got there, don't think I spoke to anyone for the first 6 months. And then eventually I was like, right, I'm going to have to start learning German. I'm going to have to open up. I'm going to have to speak English. I was really, really lucky with my two roommates, Katie Stengel and Nora Holstad. They were amazing. They helped me with everything. I was like their little sister. So that helped me so much. But it was really, really tough. And there were so many moments I was like, I don't want to do this. I just want to come back home. I can't be away. But yeah, you kind of... I'm happy that I set it out, and eventually, obviously, like the second move to England was so much easier. And I mean, I'm basically half English now, am I?
Did it help going to Arsenal, the fact that obviously you had other Dutch teammates on the team as well? I think at the time, Van de Zonk was there, I think was the Janssen and Sari.
Dom. Like we were 4 of us there. Like it was so easy, and obviously at that time I was together with Lisa as well. So like I just had my people straight away, and that second move was so much easier. I wouldn't say my English was perfect, but it was good enough to actually have a decent conversation. And then obviously, even to be fair, the move from London to Manchester like has still been tough. Like I think you get into a routine and you get to feel home in a certain place, and then you just need to pack everything up again and move. And in the beginning, obviously in Manchester I struggled quite a bit because I got injured straight away, and I was like, oh, like again, I'm not sure if I can do this, and I'm not sure if I still want to do this at my age. But then, this season, I think everyone can see it as well. Like I feel like a complete different person and player, and I've really found my space here now. So that's been really nice.
And you can see it on the pitch as well, which I think is what's really
Smiling
nice as
these
well.
days.
Yeah.
Worrying.
Speaking of Manchester and how you moved up here, I wanted to ask the 3 major cities, obviously Munich, London, Manchester. How do they differ for you, and which one do you maybe sort of? Or I wouldn't say which one you prefer, because obviously that's a lot to put on you, but like what bits of each city do you really enjoy?
Manchester's pretty small, which I do enjoy. I can walk from one end to the other. I mean, we all know how massive London is. Like if you want to go away for a wee day, like you just have a day trip, and it's really lovely. I think Munich like will always have like a special place in my heart in that sense as well, because it was the first time I moved away from Holland, and although the first year was so difficult, like it did actually end up feeling like home. Very different cultures. I mean, I did say people are friendlier up north, so
That's right.
yous are both buzzing.
She
Well
knows.
done, Viv. Well done.
Yeah. And I love that I can go into the peaks and the lakes from here.
Yeah.
But just been very fortunate to live in the cities I've lived in. And to be fair, you've had really nice cities as well, haven't you? Barcelona, Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really complain either in that sense.
Pick the right ones. I was just saying before you come on the podcast, actually, when you left Bayern,
Yeah.
this is a little insight. This when you left Bayern, I actually spoke to Bayern about going there.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't think I was your replacement. Don't worry.
But I also don't think you would have been really happy
No,
there.
I wouldn't have suited that. I said I preferred to pick Barcelona in the sun. Sangria,
Yeah,
tapas.
Very good
If
choice.
you hadn't said it, I was going to say you mentioned sangria.
Wasn't
and tapas.
disciplined enough for Germany. But yeah, I mean, we're fortunate, aren't we? I think when you're kids, like, I just wanted to play football. I loved it, but the fact that it took me to so many amazing places, but not just myself, even my family. Like, my mum had never been on an airplane until I got to the Euro squad in Sweden, and then she flew to that game. That was the first ever time she'd been on an airplane. And then now I'm saying now like I'm still playing, but when I was playing, she went to all the games then and tournaments, and I just think the impact that it has, not just on yourself but the people around you in this sport, is just incredible.
I think sometimes we forget that though, isn't it? Like, for us, it's really normal to move from place to place and go to the games. And obviously now I've been injured over the last couple of years. I went to a couple of our games, and obviously I followed the England team in the summer as well. And like, it's so amazing to actually see how involved families are.
Yeah.
And like, I understand it can be really difficult for family members to see your daughter playing or not playing, happy or not happy. Like, I think it's a complete different side to football that a lot of people don't realise. But it is amazing when they get the opportunity to fly around the world and watch us play, see cities. Like, it's something that my mum and dad also would have never done if I wouldn't have played football. So yeah, it's really cool to obviously see them move around with you and see them come to the games.
That's the stuff you remember when you retire as well. It's not until you do it that you look back and think, wow, I was in Canada, like, and my family were over there with me at the World Cup, and I think, do you know what I mean? Like, the little boy next door, he was only about 5 or 6, and my little cousin was the same age, and they flew over, and I think, wow, like, the life that you can kind of give them as well.
So special.
Yeah, it is. You remember that time.
Yeah. How tough was it then, that first game for City? Because, well, first league game anyway. We've talked about it before, but I mean, the script writers have done what they can, couldn't they, to go away to Arsenal for the first game?
I don't think that was a coincidence.
Yeah. How did your family find it?
To be fair, my brother and his girlfriend came over for the game, so that was really nice. Obviously, I was a bit, like, nervous for the game, I would say. Like, it was the first time coming back. It was straight away in the Emirates. Wouldn't say I left on the best terms in the end, but so much respect for the girls, and I'm so good still with the girls as well, and I knew they were going to love me regardless anyway. And the reception I got from the fans as well was really, really special.
Fantastic, yeah.
I think, like, you always, again, these days probably need to be careful what you say about an ex-club and whatever, but like, I've always loved playing for Arsenal. I've always been proud to be there. I think their fans are amazing. And I feel the same pride right now wearing a City shirt. Like, I love being part of the project. I love having seen what we've done last season, how we've started this season. And like, again, those are memories that I'll never forget. Like, I've been so fortunate to play for massive clubs within my career, like Bayern, Arsenal, now City. Like, it's just been amazing to be part of not just the team, but also just a bigger club.
Yeah. You had an excuse for not celebrating that one at Arsenal, to be fair, didn't you? So
yeah. I mean, I think I kind of
you gave a little
went that, but again, like, out of respect, obviously, to that
Don't do a
club,
cartwheel on that one.
No, and I think, like, regardless how you leave, like, there still needs to be some sort of respect, and if you can show that, then that, for me, that's like not the way I would want to go about it.
Yeah, of course. Seeing as we've got two City strikers in front of us, what's it actually like to play up front for City? Because I can imagine when people talk about playing for City against City, it's sort of very technical, there's a lot of detail in it, but as strikers who generally are quite sort of creative, have a lot of freedom, want to sort of express themselves, how difficult can it actually be playing up front for this club?
I said it at the beginning, like, the respect that I have for Viv, because she is, like, in a number 9 role. I seen Wayne Rooney speaking about it the other day as well, and people don't appreciate how, like, disciplined that you have to be. Like, it's not just, you know, you're up there and scoring goals. Like, you have to, like, there's so much detail that goes into it, and it's actually an art to do it. It's not by luck that you're in them positions, or, you know, you've got good people assisting you. Like, Viv's in the right place at the right time because she's worked on it and had to work on it throughout her career. For me personally, the City structure, when I was at part of Manchester City, obviously Nick Cushion was the manager, and it was very structured. It was very I was not the number 9. Jane Ross played number 9, but I think we found out quite quickly. I was a number 9, but I think we found out quite quickly that it wouldn't have been my best position. So I kind of played off the left, but in more like a free role, so like as a second striker, because we had Demi Stokes, who was a full-back,
going up and
so
down.
she was up and down. So it kind of worked really well, to be honest. People still obviously say I was striker. It was very different how Viv was. But then I think now City have quite adapted, don't you think? Because when I see us play, you're more in the 10 role now, and Bunny up front.
Yeah, I think this season has definitely given us a bit more freedom in how we want to move. And I think, again, like, I've always played as a 9 throughout my career, and I think the last 2 seasons at Arsenal I kind of got moved back to being a 10. I don't mind playing either. Sometimes I do miss playing as a 9. But like, just have that freedom to sometimes be a bit deeper, sometimes go in behind a bit more, like, I think has really worked so far this season. And same as you say as well, like, obviously we like to come inside with a winger now, with overlapping fullbacks. Like, I think it's very interesting to see how football keeps changing, and how 2 years ago no one would want to play a 4-4-2, and now everyone's coming back to playing a 4-4-2. Like, it's really interesting to see how it basically just cycles around and you just go back to playing the same way as what we done 5 years ago. But yeah, definitely a lot more freedom this season.
Do you not have a favourite position then, you say?
A 9.5.
A 9.5. But could you have a quiet game and score and be happy?
No, but I think that's where in my head I'm not out and out number 9. Like, even in the weekend, like, I left the game in the weekend probably happier than I did when I scored a couple goals, like, earlier on in the season. Like, just because I was involved way more in play, I could break the lines, I could set up others. Like, I think, again, now that I don't know if you felt the same way, but now that I get older in my career and more experience, like, I don't think I'm as stuck anymore on just having to score goals. Like, I know that I can contribute so much more to the game than just having to finish. Like, you still see, like, obviously we all see things online, and like, I see sometimes, like, oh, but she doesn't score the same goals anymore. But I'm like, do you watch the game? Like, I've got a complete different role on the pitch right now as what I had 5-6 years ago, and I love that. I need to adapt my game to what others need around me, and I actually really love playing in that role right now.
But I think that's why you're so intelligent as a player, because you can do that and you've got both sides. And I think in this day and age, the thing that frustrates me the most is stats. Because unless you've watched the game with your bare eye, like, you can't judge from a player's performance and stats, and it's frustrating as a striker that maybe someone's saying you haven't scored as many, or you're going through a drought, but she's probably actually creating more chances than anyone else. So it's quite difficult when you're a striker to take that responsibility, because people just think goals. For me personally, I was never, it's great scoring goals, I absolutely love it, but I have to be involved in the game. I have to create, I have to come deep. I haven't got the patience to be standing, which again is a skill, but I can't just stay away from the play, which they wanted me to do at Barcelona. And obviously they build up and the ball will come to you.
And you're like, oh, but I want to play and I want to be involved.
I want to be involved,
And that's, again, like, it's obviously I went to the men's game this weekend and I look at Haaland and I'm like, he is just that typical number 9 who's just happy to not be involved and just finish. And he is, I mean, we can all say he's unreal. But then I'm like, if that would be me, I don't think I'd play much longer, because I'd actually just probably be quite bored in the game. And I'm like, I want to be on the ball and I want to be involved. And it's also really nice to obviously see how different styles and that come together. But I do think that's one of the good things, again, about the team we have this season. We've got so many different qualities, and like, we can adapt and adjust, and hopefully with everyone back fit soon, we can obviously really see that on the pitch too.
It's funny she says that though, because their numbers, even though she likes to drop deep and get involved, but your numbers are still through the roof. Do you know what I mean? That was my excuse. Didn't score as many because I was linking up.
You were linking up. We all need a good link up. Who needs goals?
Exactly. I think your fellow players appreciate it, don't they? They know there's more to the game than stats. It's mugs like this that are typing, going,
putting us down.
Viv Miedema scored 10 goals in 10 games, and all that. It's us idiots that are making a bad name for you.
I know, but like that again, like, that's just, it's football, isn't it? Like, people probably just check scores and they don't watch the games, and like, you all know it comes with the game, and it's fine. I think as long as you get a good feeling from yourself after the game, that's the most important thing, isn't it? And yeah, as I said, I think this year so far I've been really enjoying it. Yeah,
it seems like the whole team's enjoying it as well. How it seems like just a really nice atmosphere in the team.
Can't complain at the moment. No, like again, like I think that little bit of freedom has really helped us. Like obviously last season was really tough with the injuries, different coaches, different way of playing. I think once we got to the end of the season, we were all ready for it to be done and move on and start afresh. Which I think so far this season, like obviously again with the injuries we've had, some girls had really had to step up. Blinky's been doing amazing.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see like Albie stepping up as well, and it's really nice to see that everyone is starting to take responsibility, and of course we are a very young team. I can say that because I'm definitely one of the older ones. But it's amazing to see them develop that trait now as well, and hopefully, as I said, like with everyone fit again soon, like we can really make that next step, and we know what we want, and so far so good I think this season.
Yeah, and the new signings as well seem to have adapted really well so far. It is very early doors. We were talking earlier about adapting to a new culture, club, country, all this, but the players that came in this summer seem to have made a real impact to start with, which is obviously fantastic to kind of inject extra life into the team.
Yeah, I think Jade and Iman especially, like with the two of them coming in, I think they've done really well. They're both still really, really young as well, and to see them grow into the team straight away, like, and obviously like Jade stepping up last weekend as well. Iman, massive goal against Arsenal. I think it's really, really nice to see, and I think the good thing about the team we have right now is that it's a great mix. Like we've got a couple of older experienced players who kind of let the young girls take like a bit of like captaincy and power as well within the team, and I think it's really nice to be part of that right now.
I think a bit more depth as well, because I think
Yeah.
City teams over the past few years we've struggled with that. Even when I was at City, we always worked with a really small squad, and once you get a few injuries, especially with the amount of games now and the standard of games, the level, you really struggle. But yeah, the signings have come in and done really well so far.
Definitely. Just wanted to ask about Jade. I saw the bit where you traded gloves against West Ham. What was that about? Did she need one? Or?
No, it was just me being clever for once. No, she had some blood on her hand, and I was like, you cannot go off, so just put my glove on right now. And that's why I gave it away, because otherwise I would.
You're wearing gloves in September?
Sorry, we're in November. Are you joking? But yeah, I do wear gloves in September. I've got my hands are frozen right now. Come on, once it's under 15 degrees, my gloves are out.
Like to get to Spain.
Yeah.
In the future.
The joy's an absolute wind trap as well, isn't it?
It's so cold.
It comes through. Yeah.
You know, when I just said like people are friendlier up north. The weather is really, really bad, so I mean, might have to move down south at some point again.
That's why we're friendly, because we're all trying to cuddle up together because we're cold. That's the main thing.
I know. We were just being smart. We didn't want to go down with one man at that moment. So
clever.
Experienced, not old.
It is.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Ask about the main celebrity in the family, Miley, as well.
Just like your wee dog.
I know, but I remember when
they should meet.
Yeah, they should. I remember when you signed, and I was chatting to you. We'd only just got Ned at the time, and you were talking me through, giving me advice and stuff.
Ned was really well behaved compared to Miley, actually.
No.
Yeah, she's good though. She's coming on Thursday,
Is
so
she?
I'll have her for the week. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just easy, isn't it? Like, just even when you come home after training, like, it's just not about football anymore, which is really, really nice. It's just like a distraction, and I mean, I can only imagine how much distraction you have once you actually have kids. But it's honestly been one of the best things for me, I think. Like, it's, again, like, obviously we got her when I was injured, just for my mental health, like to actually have a reason to get up in the morning, to be able after training to actually go out for a walk sometimes, try and switch off. Like, she's been the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's the bit, and Toni, I'm sure, again, similar for you, you've obviously got a little girl, haven't you, where however bad a day you might have had or however stressed you've been, you go home and there's someone, or there's a little dog there they're just happy to see you constantly. It makes such a difference.
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world. I only played one season after having the baby, but honestly, I'd just go home and whatever had happened in your day, you know, you're in a team sport, you're with girls, you're with women, there's a lot of like, and you just, honestly, you're just not even bothered. Like, as long as the baby's okay, it just gives you a totally different perspective. But I love that you've obviously got yourself a dog, because, you know, living away from your family or from, you made it a home down south and then coming up here, but you can still have the dog and go out and, you know, have that bond. So it's lovely. But people, you know, footballers are just humans, you know, we need that connection, we need people around you, or feelings like that, especially when you're having bad days, injuries or losing games. So yeah, they do definitely give you a different perspective.
Yeah. When did you get the Instagram account sorted for her, or whose decision
Oh,
was that?
I was definitely not in charge of that. But I mean, she's got a lot of followers, and to be fair, I would follow Miley over me anyway. So
She's great. I love the content.
Yeah, probably need to up it. I'll take some good pictures this week in Manchester.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, like it's just the best thing. Like just coming home, and as you say, like she's always happy to see me. So it's really nice to
Are you
have
the
that.
type that puts it in like a Halloween outfit and stuff?
No.
I do with the baby.
Yeah, but it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Some people though dress the dogs up in that.
Can't compare your daughter with a dog, can we?
Trying to get involved in the convo. I haven't got a dog.
No, like no, I wouldn't take it that far. But to be fair, like I think Beth would.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Has she met Dukey, Laura's dog?
Miley has, yeah.
Miley has, yeah.
We went for a big walk in the peaks the other day in Glossop.
Oh, lovely.
They both loved it. They're both obviously like the same dog as well, so
Yeah.
they were just on one.
Oh.
I was probably more tired at night than she was, but yeah.
Because they don't switch off, do they? They just can't.
No.
It's constant. Spaniels, it's all about getting into a bush and flushing stuff out.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's the instinct. So literally you're walking and they're going left, right, left, right, left,
5
right.
minute nap and they're good to go again.
Yeah.
And I need
Oh.
about 3 hours before I can go again.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing. Looking ahead to the rest of the season, obviously we don't want to sort of preempt anything. There's a long way to go. But for you as a team, or for you personally, actually, what would you see as a success for this team? And again, I'm not asking you to nail your colours to the mast and say win this, win that, but maybe outside of silverware, what would you see as a success?
I mean, obviously we got left really disappointed last season with not winning anything, and I'm not saying that we need to win every single title, but I do think with the quality we have in the team, it's very fair to say that it would be really nice to finish the season with a trophy. I think if you look at the way we've played so far this season, the steps we've made, it's been really, really positive.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're showing our full potential yet, and I think that's what I mentioned earlier on as well. Like if you look at the girls, we've still got injured and coming back. I do genuinely think we still have that one extra step within us, and I hope that we can show that at the obviously the important parts of this season. And even this block, like Everton away is a tough game. We lost there last season. Then the following week we play Man United at home. I think the next 2 games are really, really important for us to see where we can actually take this season.
Amazing. Well, it is very exciting. Viv, thank you so much for your time today. We've got 2 more things that we always do. I probably shouldn't have said thanks for your time because that implied that you were about to leave.
I'm leaving now.
Yeah. I've given you an out. So we always do quick fire questions.
Oh, I'm not very good in this.
It's all right. It's only quick, so you can just do 1-word answers. And then we'll finish off with previous guest leaves a question for the next guest.
Okay.
And then you leave a question for the guest after.
Okay.
Yours is a really good question, actually, and we were debating it earlier. But we'll start with quick fire round first. So, favourite goal you've ever scored?
Euro final in 2017, 4-2 against Denmark.
Very easy answer, that.
Very easy.
Yeah. Which player would you want assisting you in attack if you're playing alongside somebody?
Alba.
Yeah, she's been flying this season,
Yeah,
hasn't she?
very
So
good cross.
Yeah. One piece of advice you'd give any young forward looking to come into the game?
That's a tough one, isn't it? I would say probably try and be as composed as you can be, and I think you can train that in training. Get yourself in match situations and don't be too hard on yourself if you don't score it all the time.
What would yours be, Toni?
Same.
Quickly. Same. Good answer.
Very easy.
Exactly the same.
Between the 2, which would you prefer? A 90th minute winner or 90th minute penalty winner or an overhead kick?
Do I need to take the penalty? Because I don't think it will be a winner then.
Just a 90th minute winner then, or an overhead kick?
I'll be injured if I do an overhead kick, so let's go for the penalty.
But 90th minute overhead kick winner.
Yeah,
Like that.
or that. Don't think that will ever happen.
Yeah. And just finally, outside of football, what helps you unwind?
Well, we just spoke about it, Miley. And I love reading. I'm very old and boring at home.
Oh, reading's not boring. Reading's
It's
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Just-
What are you reading at the moment?
To be fair, I'm reading Throne of Glass at the
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
Have you read it?
My other half loves it.
Okay.
Absolutely loves it. She's read the whole series.
Don't know what I'm reading. Peppa Pig.
Excellent.
Love it. I might add that to the
Great.
list as well.
That's a bit too
That's
advanced for
probably
me, I
my
think.
level, to be honest.
Paw Patrol.
Literally.
Amazing. Fantastic. Well, Viv, just on to the final bit now. So Marcus Bettinelli was the last podcast guest, and he left a question which I've got to get my phone out to show you, actually, because it...
So I've got to really up the question again.
Well, or you can be as random
Do
as
I
this
know
if you
who's
want
going to be
to.
the next guest, or do we
No,
not?
neither do we as well.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it. Do you remember the trend about, it must have been about 10 years ago, when there was that dress and it was it white or gold or blue and black? Do you remember it?
I do remember the picture, yeah.
That was his question. So I've got
Do
a
you
picture
remember what
here.
you thought it was?
Blue and
Do
black?
you want to have another look?
Yeah.
What's
Blue
that?
and black.
Yeah,
For the
see?
camera, so people can
He
see it
says
if
white
they
and
want
gold.
to.
I don't see any white or
See?
gold in
Blue and
that.
black.
Are you serious?
You can
But
only
how?
see white and gold.
I keep seeing
Don't know.
white and gold. I mean, I'm the only one with glasses on, so.
I mean,
what
I've
we
got my
say.
lenses in, but I still can't see
Yeah.
anything anyway, so...
But I said it,
Incredible, isn't it?
when I found out this was the question, I asked people in the office and everyone was like, George, it's blue and black. Like,
Yeah.
sort
I
yourself out.
genuinely can't see anything else in
Same.
there.
I feel very concerned now. I
Alone.
need to go to the opticians, don't I?
Yeah,
For my neck.
maybe.
Yeah, just maybe. It's literally like 1 for 10 now where I'm not winning.
Yeah, it's fine.
Blue
Don't
and
worry.
black.
Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
You know
You
we
need to
play in
question
Sky
them.
Blue in the weekend, right?
I thought we played white and gold.
Ah.
Did we not play white and gold? Oh. Amazing. Well, Viv, question for our next guest, if you can think of one. It can be as random as that.
Well, we've just been speaking about it a lot. So if you would have to move to a different country, what country would it be and why?
Ooh, I like that one. I don't know which country I'd pick as well, to be honest.
I'd go back
Yeah.
to Spain, I think.
I would actually pick
Yeah.
Spain as well. I
Nice.
think. I would
It's close,
definitely,
isn't it?
yeah, nice weather, good
Mhm.
food, good drinks.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
No, put it in. Sangri.
Oh, sangria, tinto
can
de
say it, I'm
verano,
retired.
cerveza. Yeah, all of it.
Got it on mark.
I know my drinks in Spanish and in English. So yeah,
I think I'd pick Portugal, to be honest. I love
yeah.
Lisbon. Lisbon.
Lisbon's nice,
Just
to
love
be
that
fair.
city, yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the timeout market on the water where you just get like,
I do love
So
cities with
nice.
like a river or water or like beach with it. Like I love the beach, and
Yeah.
but I also love mountains. So
Yeah.
I'd be a wee bit. To be fair, I'd
Vancouver
move
was
up.
nice. Did you go Vancouver in the World
Yeah,
Cup?
we played
Vancouver
there. It was
nice.
lovely.
Nice,
it was so
wasn't it?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably move up to Scotland, to be fair. But
good
Yeah.
shout.
yeah,
Love Scotland.
I love
Oh
Scotland.
no, the weather.
Whereabouts? Like really Highlands or?
Yeah, Highlands, like probably like Balmoral area,
Yeah.
like far away from
Yeah.
everything.
I want to be in the mix, the
Yeah.
busiest,
And I'm
liveliest
like,
city.
get me away.
Yeah.
The unbeatable official Manchester City podcast. Watch the full video version of this show via City Plus now.
Got a question? Send us an email at podcast@mancity.com.